We're live on YouTube. We'll be going live on air in less than 35 seconds. Join us on this special day.
This is a Vintage Talkshow with Femi Akintunde-Johnson, the French.
Your name, Lord. Thank you, Father. Good morning. Good, very good morning to my friends out there. Welcome to the Vintage Talk Show with the Farage and Friends. Wherever you're listening to us or watching us, it's going to be a great day. In fact, it is a great day. It's a special day. I'll tell you why much later. My name is Femi Akintunde-Johnson. My friends call me Farage. As usual on this show, we continue to try to speak truth to power and shine light on dark spots. With your help, we straighten some things out and pour out our mind as it concerns the well-being and welfare of this country. Like somebody used to say, we do not have any other country but this one. Now, here's a quote for the week. And it says, however far a stream flows, it never forgets its origin. It's a Yoruba saying. Let me murder it. Kò sí bí odò ṣe lè ṣàn tó kò lè gbàgbé orísun ẹ̀. Something that effect. However far a stream flows, it never forgets its origin. It's you see, people are scattered all over the world, but you see them when you speak near them, they immediately notice that, oh, are you from Nigeria? They don't say, are you Igbo, or are you Yoruba, or are you this? They say, are you from Nigeria? It's when they get here they start the division and the dichotomy and all that, you know. This river or this stream never forgets its origin, however far and, and deep it goes. That's how we should be. Remember your source, remember your upbringing, how you are brought up, so that you don't make a mess of yourself and destroy your family's name. Next on our beat is fact checking. We call it knowledge booster. So you might have heard or read stuff like, did you know that using phone while charging always damages the battery? Yeah, yeah. And I know people who always tell me that. I'm almost constantly on the phone and it needs charging. Yeah, but the fact checker says it is misleading. It is misleading. Using your phone while it is charging does not automatically damage the battery. Modern smartphones are designed with charging management systems that allow normal use during charging. However, heavy activities like gaming, video editing, and or streaming while charging can generate extra heat. Excessive heat is one of the main factors that can reduce a battery's lifespan over time. So occasionally, use while charging is generally safe. But if you want to maximize battery health, avoid prolonged high performance tasks that make the phone overheat while it is plugged in. Mm, okay. So caveat, I don't do gaming, I don't do streaming, or what's the third one now? I don't do high performance tasks, and all that. No. So, but my battery should last long. I don't know why current one, it doesn't look like it's meant for. I mean, I hardly do video editing, maybe once or twice for my podcast. That's all. Anyway, you will notice that I'm on my own here today. Unless my friends join me there online in the studio, it's me and my lady. So what stood out for me during this outgoing week? What stood out? Today stands out for me. Today, I do not want to sound. I will not mention the number of years so that I don't sound prehistoric, or like a dinosaur. But today, the 8th of August, the 8th month, and the 8th day is our wedding anniversary. And you beat that. Yeah. Some time ago, many years ago, I said I do to this lovely lady. And today, she's still coping with me. She's still managing me. Uh, she's still tolerant and loving and caring. So I said thank you, Oluwatamilore. Thank you, the daughter of Sir Willoughby. Thank you. It's great to have. And we're going to have good time. God's blessing, God's grace, bounteous blessings, cherished memories, and much love. So I'll play a song for you. For us, really. Let me see. All these boom I'm seeing on this list. Okay. I see one that I can manage. He says only God can save me. So only God can save us. By Akintunde Gold. Now let's try it. Featuring Davido. Hmm. Where fine girls want him. How do I look away? Eh, mm, Baba show me. Oh. Hmm. Only two lines I take there for this. For my condition and my situation, this is only God can save us. And Father, continue to protect us, to encompass us. That's all. Thank you. Adekunle Gold and Davido. Okay, back to business. And it's entertainment updates. Our, our takes on entertainment news within the Nigerian space or Nigerian entertainment industry or related industries in the outgoing week. And we'll start here. You can join us. Uh, your comments. You can wrap it up later, further into the show, or you could pop in while we're at it. The number, as usual, is 0913 697 3485. Let's hear your thoughts. Uh, Last week, the line worked well, so I believe we're in the same. We're coasting along. 0913 697 3485. We start with Farouk, businessman Farouk Oreagba says life taught him that money is not everything. Speaking on mentality, he revealed he was a dollar millionaire at 30 but became a laborer in England at 35 after losing his banking job. The businessman, now famous as Mr. Steez, said health and life matter far more than wealth or status. Oh, you can say that again. Farouk has seen life, he has seen the good and the bad, and he has bounced back, and he has fallen again to some debilitating disease, and he has overcome, and is now steezing, so to speak. So he's highly qualified to talk about life, health, wealth, and status. So take his advice very clearly. Take his advice. Yeah, focus on your lifestyle. Make it wholesome, healthy, and your health. You know, do proper checkups regularly. Take your medication. Don't assume that I don't longer feel the so-called hypertension is now stable. I don't need the drugs again. Nah. Don't stop. It's dangerous. Keep on doing it. Your doctor may help you to titrate it to reduce here, reduce there, and all that. But don't stop on your own, by your own decision, or don't stop. And those drugs are quite expensive. I know, but don't stop. Next story says Vicky James defends. It says fashion designer Vicky James has dismissed criticism over always attending events with her husband, Femi Atere. She says marriage means sharing one life, insisting he is me and I am him. Vicky added that critics should mind their own relationships because she and her husband will continue appearing together wherever possible. What's the problem of people? Why are they? uh, the Magugu say the man is a what do you call it now? It's a general handbag or something like that. I don't know. I love when couples go out together. Always. I remember when I started going out with my woman, and my friends were taunting me. Why are you always this? Are you woman rapper? Are you this? Well, I'm not going to talk about the status of their matrimony, but I'm happy for it. Yeah. What am I going to do in the party that my wife will not be able to follow me? Except something else is there. They are out with the boys. Which boy? What are the boys doing? You know, that's not been there. If you need to mingle, you excuse yourself, go around. She also can do that. Go around and mingle and then come back. Well, what's life is not supposed to be hide and seek, subterfuge, espionage, all kinds of so Vicky James, right on. Don't mind that. I always play Sonny Ade's music when people talk and all that stuff. I don't let it bother me. So I say, let them say. It's Yoruba people will say, Ellen Lulenu. Your mouth is a slave. You can use it the way you like. Send it on any errands. I don't care what you think. So far, I do the right thing by God. Mm. Okay, Ara Star is the lady in the picture now. I think she's back to a beat now. But earlier in the week, there was a report that says DJ Salt of Life, younger sister, Ara Star, she's the younger sister of the singer Ara Star, says suspected area boys damaged her car after mistaking her for the Afrobeat star. I saw that picture. The picture, they look quite similar. I mean, quite, yeah, identical, almost identical. She described the experience as frightening and called on Lagos State government to tackle growing harassment of motorists. DJ Neptune has also raised similar concerns after an encounter with street hoodlums. And it is true, it's becoming very prevalent. The last wedding, the traditional wedding of TikTokers, Javis and Pella, at terrible occasions, people standing atop vehicles, insisting they must settle them, and if you don't, start hitting the car, beating the body of the car, and all that. And claims that several phones were stolen and people picked all kinds of pockets and all. Yeah, the government needs to look to this. The hoodlums have become menacing, and they don't. They seem to be a law unto themselves. That is not right for a cosmopolitan city. That is so wrong. You thought she was a star, and then because she's a star, you must harass her, molest the car, so to speak. Thank God for her life. I mean, don't let us wait until there's a casualty or there's a fatal occurrence before we stem these menace of area boys in Lagos. Yeah, that's the story. Pella says my next story will have been Pella saying they stole their this and that and that and that. Today is another day. He's doing his white wedding today, and although he claims that will be less than last time, maybe 100 people, but will not stop hoodlums from storming the place. It needs more security, more presence, not those out of duty soldiers who are now facing some kind of administrative sanctions. And get proper security, get police involved, traffic officers involved, FRC involved, monitoring the road, civil defense, the corps, they should be involved, Nigerian police, and the detachment of anti-riot police. Just give all the hoo-ha. Let's see how it goes, how they are able to handle it. people's lives matter, whatever we're doing. Okay. Let's come to. Okay, let's see. Okay, we'll take a short break after this. Frank Edoho, a veteran presenter, says he was never sacked from Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. According to him, the show ended after its sponsor withdrew following a huge federal government fine. Edoho says later negotiations over his return broke down, leading to false reports that he had been dropped. I don't know. I don't know if the show is still going on. I'm not aware. But Frank was excellent in that present. I mean production and I know I don't know what the fine is for. I don't know why fine, but I think programs like that or initiatives like that should be encouraged and incentivized to remain afloat. I mean, it gives a lot of people joy. It makes evenings, weekend evenings, lovely and wholesome to watch and all. And there's some lucky people, their lives are touched in some incredibly fascinating way. And then it's stimulating intellectually and all that. I don't know. Wish them well wherever they are, and we advise government to mellow, calm down. Let me play this song. Maybe it will push in the story. Well, let's say Waka featuring Don Jazzy or the Marvin's crew. It should be interesting. I don't play Do Better. Bambi, are we expecting Akindamola? JVXN and Dino. So you said that's 400 million something. Because the guy has handed over the documents.
That's what I mean.
You saw pictures.
I saw, yeah,
Huh?
I saw something like that.
With Pella. Pella was there.
Yeah, it was one thing he was reporting.
Okay, moving on. Entertainment update. There is this, I don't know, this looking at old news. A lot of things have happened within the week. Real estate entrepreneur King Ochacho says the 400 million Abuja mansion he gifted to newlyweds, Pele and Jarvis, is only small money, in quotes, to him. He praised Pela's character and hinted that even bigger gifts could follow. Ochacha also announced plans to pay school fees for selected Nigerian students as part of his son's birthday celebration. Yeah, I don't know. There's all kinds of conflicting reports coming afterwards. Some doubting the gesture, some say it's an audio, audio million, audio mansion. Uh, the, yeah, there's a special way, a special definition of mansion in Nigerian context. You know, when you say mansion in Nigeria, you see the house. It's no more than a plot or plot and a half. Lovely, beautiful house, like a condominium. I will call it mansion. So our definition is quite extraordinary. But in any case, I've been told, I don't know how far true it is, that the documentation papers have been switched, have been exchanged, and Pella also promised to buy a car, I think a Camry or something, worth 25 million to as a birthday gift to his son, and also help his music career. It's called Ice King, I believe, Ice King or Chacho. Uh, the way they flaunt these millions and all sorts on social media, it's as if like the guy said, it's like 400 million is like 400 naira. So if you didn't even say $400, so you say 400 naira. You know, it's some people will just wonder, am I am I not working hard enough? Am I not am I in the wrong trade? What are these how are these people getting all this money? You know, there's another situation, money issue. We come back to in Niger trends. People are giving people money and they are rejecting it. I say, I don't know how this money gets here. Please come and remove this money. Uh, but the scriptures have said it. Some have. The poor you always have, and the rich will get more and all that. Anyway, I don't mind that kind of gift. I hope it comes out true. But it's incredible. It's incredible. Anyway, let's move on. That is Shoki, my favorite stubborn boy. A veteran singer, Daddy Shoki, says he is celebrating 50 years in entertainment, not 50 years as a musician. Yeah, I read it. I was a little bit taken. I would say, because it's in his late 50s and he's already 50 years in entertainment. But if you look at his story, it makes sense. Speaking ahead of his 57th birthday, he revealed he started performing as a 6-year-old acrobat before appearing on television, including The Village Headmaster. He also credited actor Adeboye Lewis for discovering him in Ojekunle. Yeah, he used to be on Bar Beach show anchored by Art Alade in the 70s. So yeah, he's been performing, so to speak, even as a child from 6 years old. So he's been there. He's been there, making people happy, making people catch fun, as they say. So it's right to say he's been 50 years in entertainment. Congratulations, Shoki, on your birthday and your anniversary in this business. I don't like to get involved in this story, but that's what I get as a list of entertainment stories. The rift between Peter Okoye, his twin brother Paul, and former manager Jude Okoye has intensified. Peter has accused Jude of threatening his life and attempting to seize a jointly owned property in Atlanta. Judas denied the allegations, insisting the issues are already before the courts, while Peter says he will continue releasing evidence to defend his claims. And he has. At the last count, I've not watched any of them, but I see in passing. At the last count, they have done 8 episodes. In fact, the eighth one says they has. I saw part 8B. And Peter has been relentless. The only thing for me that stood out for me is this rift or whatever field they're involved in. As, as they gave me the opportunity to, I really identified them. I never knew how to break them down. The P square, who's Paul, who's Peter. Now I know that Peter is Mr. P and Rude Boy is Paul. Of course, I know Jude. I had an encounter with him when I was doing an award, and he's a very straight shooter of a man. The straight businessman. He doesn't have, he doesn't play around, you know. So who knows? Family feud. It's a messy thing. I don't know. I don't know. Many people have tried to reconcile. They even have tried to do a reunion. They tried it for the moment years ago, and it apparently didn't work out. I have twins, so it worries me that twins can be so intractable, unimaginably impossible to bring together. They share the same womb, almost the same umbilical cord, and now to be so disparate and so desperate in fighting each other, it's very odd, and I just pray that there will be some kind of intervention. Governors, ex-governors, uh, religious leaders, all kinds of people have tried to intervene and mitigate what is turning to be a rough fight. Ah, but here we are, over 10 years after, they are still at it. And they had a very illustrious career. If you go back to their videos, their, their, their songs, their choreography, these are these are extraordinary set of people. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know why it is so. I don't know. Let's remind ourselves the beauty of this wonderful, well, formerly wonderful duo. Yeah, it's so painful. One of their classics, Testimony, P Square. Hmm. Mashu. Mm. The twins have chopped and have tasted money. And the scripture says, say the money, love of money is the root of evil. I don't know. At the crux of their feud or their quarrel or fight or whatever you want to name it, it's about money. Money and matrimony. I don't know. It's a difficult situation. Well, look at the quality of songs. We're talking about 12 years ago. Anyway, we can only pray from the sidelines and hope that a miracle will happen and thaw their hard heart. Uh, oh, so let's leave the Okoyes alone. And here is a sad one. The Yoruba film industry is mourning actress Temitope Oshoba, who has died at the age of 40. Fellow actors have paid glowing tributes, describing her as warm, talented, and inspiring. Oshoba had battled cancer in recent years and returned to acting after recovery, using her platform to promote cancer awareness and encourage others facing similar challenges. I Unfortunately, I didn't get to know the lady. What people, I mean, a lot of stories are coming up on social media. Some mindlessly uncouth stories, and some disparaging. Some, I don't know how people set shop to demonizing people and talk so confidently and so destructively about other person's life. I mean, as if they've been chronicling their lives for like decades and all that. I don't know. I don't know. I understand she'll be laid to rest on the 13th of August, and we could all pray for her repose and the unfortunate for our family and friends left behind. And here's one more. It's just Nollywood once again. The Nigerian film industry is mourning acclaimed director Dimbo Atiya, who died on Thursday. The news was confirmed by the founder of the Best of Nollywood Awards, Seun Loketuyi, while actor Mofe Duncan described the late filmmaker as one of the industry's greatest creative minds. The cause of death has not been disclosed. Oh, look at this picture. It's a young man. And, oh, may his soul rest in peace. Well, it's entertainment updates, a couple of stories more, and we call it a day. Let's take something brighter to dilute the mood. Rapper and actor Falz says he stepped away from practicing law because his growing music career made it impossible to combine both professions. The lawyer turned entertainer recalled appearing in court while already becoming famous, saying his celebrity status could easily distract proceedings and affect clients' confidence. clients' confidence. Okay, Wakuku just leave Gao and face skits and all. Uh, well, whatever gives you joy. And and Jews, it's okay. It's okay. No one is complaining. You have the pedigree in the legal profession, and I am creating your own legacy in the entertainment world. It is good for you. Okay, let's talk about this story. Actress and filmmaker Mary Njoku has urged society to give women more credit for the responsibilities they shoulder at home and in business. She says many women provide for families, support relatives, and build successful careers, yet their contributions often go unnoticed. Njoku encouraged women to celebrate their achievements and recognize their own worth. I say, yo, it is the right call. Women do a lot of great stuff, do a lot of great things. And yeah, perhaps their contributions are not often properly celebrated. But the right thinking person, the right thinking man, will celebrate the woman because it's an incredible creature of creation of God. And if we didn't have women, this world would be chaotic. And I don't want to use more words to describe what would be our scenario: a world without women, and world without responsible women. You know, so kudos to all the women out there who are doing their bit to help their family, their extended families. And, I mean, it's only in Africa that we have that kind of communal or community mindedness where we stretch forth, even bend backwards over twice to help one another, to help people in the village, help people in this and blessing and all that. And women do a lot, and then they take a lot of blame too because of the wife that they are not he is not doing this. Because of the wife, they are not doing. Maybe it's the wife that is begging the man to do the small they are getting. Though they'll be blaming the woman because well, I think there's a psychological blockage that's causing that. Kudos to Nigerian women. Let me see. Well, last story is for a woman also. DJ Copy says she receives marriage proposals every day, but insists she is in no rush to settle down. Speaking in a recent interview, the entertainer joked that every time her grandmother asks about marriage, she responds by earning another academic qualification. Copy also reflected on her philanthropy and revealed she was proud when someone recently recognized her father, Femi Otedola, as simply as Copy's dad. That's nice. Copy's dad. That's nice. That's very nice. And children should make their own pathways and be great in their own form, Lord. But Copy, see, you are receiving the proposal every day. Try and review one and see how it goes. Because next photograph that will now say all these people talking to you, they don't are not serious and all that. You know, as Yoruba will say, if you don't open eye to buy lie, you will not see when truth will pass. You know, I don't know. Well, I wish you all the best. Continue to amass your degrees and academic credentials and all that. But also, it's a really nice idea to do the needful. Have a wonderful week. Uh, yeah, we have come to the end of the entertainment bits. We take a short break and so down. And I take this cue from Kid Kada. It says, do better. What did Akindamola say?
Ǹjẹ́ ǹjẹ́ wọ́n lọ?
Data and problem, data àti náà.
Sátidé wà lẹ́sẹ̀. Wọ́n lè má ní mọ́.
Bam, 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 tum, tum, bam, bam. Yeah, one time. And now we are here. This is Niger Trends, where we speak to issues affecting and afflicting Nigeria within the outgoing week. It's called Niger Trends. Here we truly appreciate your contributions. Number to call is 0913 3485. Share your thoughts with us, and some of the stories will be uh, identifying and discussing. Join us 0913 3485. Whoa, a lot of stories today. Mm, by the way of cherry picking and collapsing here and there. Let's first talk about the brouhaha caused by the Catholic bishop's visit to the presidency. Uh, one of the eminent clergies spoke his mind, and the presidency didn't like his mind. That was Cardinal John Onayeka. And let me first put water on the ground, so to speak. It says Cardinal John Onayeka says the Catholic bishops have no interest in exchanging words with the presidency following recent criticism of their comments on national issues. He said the bishops have delivered their message and are now waiting to see whether government will improve governance and address the concerns raised. I think we're at the nexus of the bishops' discussion on the visits to the president is that things are not going well, that economically Nigerians are in dire straits. They are not happy with the cost of living and the spates and the vehemence of insecurity, banditry, kidnapping, abductions, thuggery, all kinds of things happening. And there seems to be a sense of despondency. And while all this is going on, government is preoccupied, so to speak, with the successful electioneering or winning the election in 2027. To the effect that what would they rule over in 2027 when uh, a lot of Nigerians have been destroyed or been killed by nothing harder than lack of food or lack of amenities or lack of facilities and all that. And the the government's operators, the spokespersons took umbrage and lambasted the bishops for saying what they have said and saying the government is doing so much this, so much that, and they listed all kinds of things they have been doing and that they're suggesting some kind of partisan interest uh, from the bishops. So that provoked other reactions. One of it is from Atiku, former Vice President Atiku Abubakar, criticized the presidency over its response to comments by Catholic bishops and Cardinal John Onayeka, describing it as an attack on a respected moral institution. He called for an immediate apology, arguing that government should respond to criticism with dialogue rather than hostility, while warning that intolerance of dissent weakens democracy. Let me see one more point on that before we close. That's a reaction from FCT Minister Nyesom Wike says religious leaders should avoid being seen as partisan when government. While defending their right to criticize, he argued that they should also acknowledge positive achievements. His remarks follow the recent exchange between the presidency and Cardinal John Onayeko over the state of the nation. Hmm. What do you think? I believe both parties have valid points. The voice of the people is the voice of God. So uh, they say the bishops are apparently are reiterating the voices from their constituency. They are ordinary Nigerians they have interacted with, who have complained. I mean, a lot of us have complained on this show a number of times about cost of living, hardship, and all that is affecting. It's not because it affects us personally, as it were, but we mingle with others. We see what others are going through. We have workmen, we have assistants, we have people who are working with us. We know how they are living, and how it's difficult for people to cope. And virtually nobody is excused. I mean, the billionaires will eat something that comes from the market, and their cooks will complain, their gardeners will complain, their drivers will mumble. So the voices are heard and they're transported, and those voices may not come near Aso Rock or Aso Villa, for the government or the president to hear. And so such ventilations will come from groups like that, and you don't respond to criticism with hostility or with accusation of partisanship. I think we have our first caller. I think is gone. Hello, good morning. I lost you. Please call back. So, and on the other hand, the critics of government also should be, how will I call it, should be circumspect. You know, and see, look at in light of what they have done and what they could do more and prefer solutions. It's always important. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Who's calling? Where from?
When you build your government on lies, eye-serving propaganda, and hypocrisy, it can never function. You can see the difference between the bishop that your president used for campaign for 2023 before the 2023 election and the real bishops that came to tell him the truth. You can see the difference. Now, you can, in the time of old, you can see when Nathan came to meet David concerning how David plotted the death of Uriah the Hittite and also planned, also slept with Bathsheba the wife too. So when Nathan told him the gospel truth, he had to repent of what he did. Now, also remember Samuel too in the Bible when he came against Saul too, but Saul did not repent. He said to no, like Elijah to Ahab, so on and so forth. Now, you can see when somebody criticize you, you should check and try and check yourself if truly you have done. But this government, so far, you can see that they are full of deceit, they are full of lies, propaganda, and like I used to say that anyone that enters power through vote buying, Agbero, intimidation, cash and carry, INEC, and judiciary conspiracy can never be accountable to you. It's like putting an Agbero in a vault of a central bank. It will use it at ground. And that's what this government has been doing so far. They are not accountable to everybody. Look at the money they have generated through the subsidy and every other thing, the taxing of the daylight of Nigerians and every other thing. What have they been able to use it for? Rather, they have been using it to enjoy themselves, live their luxurious lifestyle, buy yachts, buy cars, enjoying luxurious lifestyle. While they are telling you to tighten your belt, all they are concerned so far is how to rig the 2027 election. They are not caring about the people. And that's why when somebody told them the gospel truth, they were kind of angry with it. They were sending their psychopaths to attack just one bishop that told him, bishop that was telling them the real gospel truth.
Thank you, Lekon.
About this government. You can see it's just, it's very, and look at what happened in Osun as a case study now. Because of the backlash of the people, the government has to reverse what they plan to do.
At least they have reversed it.
You can see that this government is full of. I'm not.
Thank you, Lekon. Thank you, Lekon. Lekon became a pastor to reiterate, to embellish the story. And well, Ian made some valid points. Uh, okay, I think we have another caller. Hello, good morning. Hello. Please try again. Yes, we'll get to the EFCC Michigan, so to speak. And now there are calls for the EFCC chairman to resign. What happened? We'll get to that later. All is about the Osun election coming up next Saturday. And it's been frenetic. And Falana said the, the EFCC has constitutional right to freeze any account, federal, state, or local government. And so you could say they are working within the purview of the law, and it's not illegal, or it's not Jankara's kind of. Hello, good morning. Uh, Something's wrong with your network. Our own is good. Okay, so There's a lot of big bads throughout the week. I think government could have handled it better. If you think you are doing a great job, but it's not showing yet. Like many economics have confirmed that the macro aspect of our economy is stabilizing and is going great. But what affects people is the micro that affects lives directly, and that's a long stretch. It's still a long way from impacting people positively, you know. So because people will be wondering, I mean, infrastructure is great. You want to build this, you want to build that. I mean, I understand there's a lot of construction going on across the country and all that, and it somehow transmits to some kind of stabilizing the economy and refueling the economy. But it's not. There could be. I mean, there must be other ways they can project to touch people active. I mean, immediately, and I don't know. I think we have to do something. Government people are really really in pain, and that's why you see you go on social media. They do unbelievable things to get money. They do crazy things, things that were not so in 10 years, 12 years, 15 years ago. You see people debasing themselves, going naked, half naked, doing all kinds of incredible things. Young, old, literate, illiterate, all sorts of people doing all sorts of horrible things to get something, get some dollars and all that, you know. Before we go on break, let's see if this call will come through. Hello, good morning. Good morning, Obi. We thank God. And you? Hmm. We thank God. We thank God. Thank you. Welcome.
This is a face-to-face, man-to-man talk. I don't know why they blew that out of proportion. All these spokespersons and whatever they call themselves, who has continually demarcated the president, not knowing indirectly demarcating the president, because it's really unfortunate. Because it's something they would have, discussed in another way, or, yes, yes, when you say this, but we're working so hard, reshaping something, blah, blah, blah. I mean, nobody,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
no? And the population of Catholics, the Catholic community is almost 40 million Catholics in Nigeria. I don't know how they will do with that. But I want to hear what do you call them, the Boala. If the Sultan of Sokoto has said or mentioned this, I don't idea them to say the stuff the same way they're talking to the bishop. They cannot try it. You see, sometimes some people, you see, when you're a gentleman, you do things that in a way we are taught in the Bible, they see you as a coward, and they just begin to lambast and lampoon, and they insult themselves in thinking that they're insulting the faith. It's unfortunate. But I didn't say anything wrong with what the man said. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Obi. I believe. I'm in same toes with you. They could have handled it much better. They didn't need to go into that kind of trench to vituperate and make all kinds of threats and all that. Anyway, let's take a short break. We'll come back with two Niger trends and to your call.
Taking you to the top to stay. Top Radio 90.9.
Have you been wondering how to keep your children busy this holiday?
Not just busy, productively busy.
Then there is the opportunity you've been waiting for.
Designed specially for children and teenagers between 7 and 18 years.
The Global Growth Field Teen Tech Seasonal Program.
In just 1 month.
Imagine your children learning artificial intelligence, coding, graphics design, web development, game development, animation, and other digital skills that matter.
Just a token.
Classes are available physically in Abeokuta, Lagos,
Or online from anywhere.
Experienced instructors, practical training, real projects, professional learning.
And every participant receives a certificate of completion.
Don't allow this holiday to become another season of endless cartoon.
Or hours of unnecessary screen time.
Registration is now open.
Limited space available.
Enroll today via our website live.dglobalgrowthfield.com or team.dglobalgrowthfield.com. D Global Growth Field, building tomorrow's tech leaders today.
Taking you to the top to stay. Top Radio 90.9.
We're back on the Vintage Talk Show. We're back on Niger Trends. We're talking Nigeria now. Our next story is about the the pregnant elections in Osun State next week. There's been all kinds of brickbats and stones and cuddles and cudgels thrown here and there in the past week. During the week, EFCC stretched forth his Dracula fangs to squeeze and freeze the accounts of Osun states led by Governor Adeleke. And it's been fireworks all over the place. For instance, one of our stories says Peter Obi has questioned the timing of the EFCC's decision to freeze Osun State government accounts just days before the governorship election, while reaffirming his support for the fight against corruption. He warned that anti-graft agencies must avoid actions that could create the impression of political interference, urging strict adherence to due process and institutional neutrality. The head honcho of EFCC, the PRO guy, Uwajere, insisted that they have the rights to do what they have done, and that they just not only Osun, he actually mentioned number 18 states are under investigation. And yesterday, SAN, Femi Falana, confirmed and affirmed that it is constitutionally right for EFCC to freeze any account at the federal, state, or government. Well, what Peter Obi is saying is the timing. It's about a week before. And Tinubu heard that. The president heard that and reacted statementally. President Bola Tinubu has directed the EFCC to return to court and vacate the order freezing Osun State government accounts, describing the timing as inappropriate ahead of the governorship election. While reaffirming the commission's independence, the president said nothing should undermine public confidence in the credibility and fairness of the electoral process. Thank you, sir. That's how to do it. You don't. I mean, I have some kind of discordant notes from what the EFCC spokesperson said, because the initial statement is the fact that yes, we can freeze any account for at least 72 hours, and that presupposes that there was no court order, and if indeed they are now going to court to vacate it, presumably there was an order. But why say you can do whatever you like with it, anybody's account for 72 hours, and then subsequently you need to revert to court, So it's a little bit muddy in that area, and I think it could be better done. I mean, you will expect there will be reaction, there will be backlash. Barely 8-9 days or 10 days to election. You said you are witnessing or observing suspicious movement in the Osun State account, and you wanted to. I mean, I think the other parties are accusing the government of vote buying. They're accusing each other. That's politics. They always say these things. And then because you are seeing suspicious activity, and then did you ask them why you do? I mean, I don't know. I don't even understand how you monitor and determine certain moves are suspicious and some are legitimate, and therefore you have to intervene and then freeze the account. I mean, it's a little bit. I wish Bosun was here to throw some light on the legal aspect, or Tamilore was there to share some thoughts with us. But I believe it's a little bit, it's funny. Of course, the opponents or political opposition, I beg your pardon, will cry foul, and it's so auspicious and so so presidential. The intervention of the president. Say, hey, go to court, get your order, reverse this thing, and let this thing breathe, and let Osho State breathe. When after all this is said and done, you can now begin to investigate. I mean, the guy is going to leave the status again, either this year or in the 4 years. They can then institute your investigation properly. Why effect this now? It's a little bit uncharitable, and I think calls for him to withdraw. To resign. The chairman of the EFCC is justifiable, because you don't just wake up and insert yourself into political struggle. Yes, we have a caller. Hello, good morning. Good morning. Who am I speaking to, and from where? AB from Ekpe. Good morning. Welcome.
Of the president, even though I don't support it, he's my guy, number one guy. But I don't support his move. It's a mafia maneuver. Are you getting me?
I'm hearing you. I'm listening.
All of them, they are playing politics. Are you getting what? I think the pressure is on the side of the government. Okay, it's kind of under pressure. We just talked about the who's thinking something. You want to use an unknown political party, all right, to win an election by force. And then you are whipping all sorts of victim mentality. All these things start to be. It started with the local government issue. I get it. When it came in, we were APC sympathizers. We recently that a trap for him in the state assembly. He was able to, in fact, we were surprised that he was able to solve that problem of the state assembly. To the local government, I don't know. Local government, they have autonomy. What do you want to do with their money? Why are you after their money? And those people, you set up ethical committee, local government, and those people went to court. And they were trying to assess their detail. In that issue, one of them died. And you didn't care about that person that died. All you were after is this. Does that mean you just want to be government for money's sake? All right? The candidate's wife went to Ede. She was attacked.
Which candidate are you referring to?
Osun State has been talking about during the time of Adeboye. I don't have to create a kind of billboard around Osun State. The Osun State has always been like that. I don't know whether you governed or not. You went to the Oni of Ife. I saw that video. You went to Oni of Ife. You greeted the Maja. Into one day. Does that mean for 3 or 4 years you have not put light in their street? I don't understand.
Okay.
We should start this issue of ruling party moving the opposition. Eventually, we say there is no opposition. Now we have seen that all the political parties, they have their candidates. The NDC has their candidates. The SDP have their candidates. It's the opposition that don't know how to pull themselves.
Thank you, AB.
students. This our president is a magnanimous man, is a powerful opposition player and also a ruling party player. He knows how to play. They are very magnanimous. Just go to him. He will teach you how to do opposition, not try to play
Okay. Thank you.
AGC. In their constitution, is there that 2 years before it can be top brass. You have to be 2 years member. If it happen, David Mark and Adeboye became top brass. Their constitution, and you are blaming the ruling party. NDC, you were in court 9 years ago, and all of a sudden the court came and said, okay, register them, right? The man told INEC, court say register. What are you supposed to do? You're supposed to go to them, let them know what you are going to do, fill some funds. This guy, Abe, one of the political party leader, he said they did not follow requirements of feeding a registry political party. Students court. The ruling party, of course, they have issue in Molome. Students court since 2023. I have blaming the ruling party. This president are really taking a lot.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for moderating yourself.
They are doing their work.
Eh, It's an executive organ, so he can't do that. Thank you. Thank you, AB. Thank you. Yeah, thank you for your contribution. Yes, AB went on a long political history for us to know the tinder legs the oppositions are standing on and why it is so. Anyway, thank you for that. Let's have more thoughts, your more calls on this issue. It's a little bit disturbing. I have another. Hello, good morning.
Femi Obi Columba.
Okay, good. Yeah, welcome. Yes, I can, loud and clear.
It's a good one for me. Because the man has finally realized that the spokesperson and the supporters are lying to him. They are trying to put him into fire, and the man has started, he has started realizing that even if anything happens, it's men that will be there that have been put to the mud. So for me, that is a great one. At least we protecting his name now, because these people will not be there when the president will be. His name will be disparaged. They will be in their houses. They keep pushing politicians to fire, not minding how and what, So that is a good one. Whatever the EAPC, whether they have the right or not, but the timing is so horrible. I'm happy that the president said it. The timing was so horrible. He looked at it, it was, orchestrated by APC, So that's a good one. Whatever anybody say, at least all these spokespersons, all these supporters that don't know what that is, just like Fela, you can follow. You want to open your eyes and your eyes. They are following you. That's why they're making such mistakes. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Obi. Yes, the lines are still open. We'll want to hear your calls, your thoughts. As we move on, you can take us back to some of the things we have discussed hitherto. This story strikes me, and I'm praying for more such stories. The five suspected ISWAP members, including an alleged bomb-making specialist and a medical officer, have reportedly been killed in a premature explosion while assembling improvised explosive devices in Borno State. Security sources say the incident is a significant setback for the group's bomb-making operations, and troops have intensified major offensives in that area. Good news. Hello, good morning. Hey, good morning. Welcome, Pastor Ambrose. No, she's not. No, she's not. Yeah. Well, maybe about 2 minutes.
we say it is good. Whether it is political, whether it's tactical, whether it is deception, what we have seen is that he quickly ordered that EFCC should defray the account of Osun State government. Some people will not like him because of this decision, but this is what we are saying. And I'm not even saying that the Osun State government is different. They are all the same. It happened in Ekiti. So if they say Osun State government is doing it, it is true. But it is all over the federation. So why do you have to single out Ekiti? In fact, to think that the EFCC chairman who said he was going to resign if this man from Kogi State was not apprehended to come and be doing all of this now, for me is very shameful, you know. I didn't expect, I thought that we had very clean hands. But you could see from what happened that there were external forces, not from the president himself, but maybe from the presidency. And that was the reason why the EFCC took that decision. Because what happened in Ekiti was even worse. And I do hope that it's not going to end here. It's going to also make sure that the INEC also conducts free, fair, and credible election, because he has said that in politics anything is fair, and that if they want to wrestle power from him, they will really try. I also want to state here categorically that people who are saying that EFCC independent, is it not the president that fires and hires?
Yeah.
He has the power to do all of this. We are not truly, it is also these agencies and organizations, they are not truly independent. They depend on government, and they look at the direction of the president to know where they will go. Look at the way the commissioner of police has been acting in Osun State. Look at the way that they invited him. He didn't go. So he's been shown to be partisan, ab initio. And interestingly, this man Adeboye has said that he's supporting Mr. President for the presidential election. But the hawks in Osun State, they didn't even allow this man to become. I am not supporting Adeboye because politicians are the same. Now, when you even look at it, I saw some rallies, and I tell you, under free, fair, and credible election, that man will win. The Adeboyes are very popular, and they are very rich. And I think I even saw Davido's father in that rally. Davido was there, and we saw the dancing senator, where Okwebolo came out, the man who has not been able to fix anything in my own state came out. I don't know how Edo State got this kind of leader. But having said all of that, let us give it to Mr. President. He has done it, and he did it right, whether tactically, whether politically, whether it's defeat, whatever it is. This one, I applaud Mr. President. God bless you, Faz.
Thank you. God bless you too. And God bless Mr. President for that action. I mean, a lot of people have been speaking quite highly of that. Even to the chagrin of supporters who want blood. You know, I think it's the right call. And the EFCC chairman should be warned. I don't get involved in political fisticuffs, so to speak. Don't do things that will appear judgmental and disadvantageous to the opposition. You don't need it. As the earlier caller, AB, that said Governor Adeleke was trying to use an unknown party. Accord is it's not an unknown party. I know partisanship will not make you agree and accept that. Accord is not entirely an unknown entity. Remember, Ladoja, Governor Ladoja, now the Oluwatamilore of Ibadan, did a lot of work with Accord, and he was quite prominent. Hello, good morning.
Yes, sorry, I'm calling back.
In the same country, what the EFCC chairman did is enough to sack him, because it will bring chaos upon that state. But your president will not sack him. Just like Bajabiamila, too, in a scandal case, he did not sack him. Rather, he even promoted him. And just like David May's therapist death saga too, he did not sack him. Rather, he's still moving around. And, so you can see that this government so far is full of scandals. And that's why I can never praise this government. Because everything about him and around him is all is full of scandals. So
mind your language, Lekon.
let's just say the gospel truth. It's the basic truth that I'm saying, and you can see this. Their psychopaths trying to defend what is.
Lekon, it's called slander. You can prove it.
Sir, the truth is the truth. You cannot hide the truth, and that's what the bishop came to tell him. But they will not receive the truth because the truth is far from them, and that's why I'm not surprised. Like I used to say, you can't give what you don't have. It's a shame the worst of us is stolen the rest, but truly there was a country.
Please, to our callers, we implore you: don't throw slander, don't throw insinuations that you cannot substantiate on air. Don't demonize people or institutions uncharitably. You can make your points without being uncouth or without being drastic in your choice of words. I will appreciate it. Be critical, yes, but be civil. Thank you. Yes, I was saying amen to the self-implosion of these ISWAP members who killed themselves while they're trying to make improvised device. Hello, good morning. Okay, sorry about that. Making improvised device somewhere in Borno State to go and kill innocent people again. And they were otherwise killed. Which is a big setback for them, according to the military. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, good morning, sir. Good morning, sir.
Oh, good morning, Titi Lokwe.
Number one, let me say that the EFCC has a duty, a group to investigate and to prosecute anybody found of committing corrupt, whatever, economic corruption and what have you. Yes, but in doing their job, just like what the Makinde got in my office from the Federal High Court, they should, be speculative. They have to be specific and they must have what they are looking for. In this matter, they are only speculating. And they are speculating at the time when there is election. Remember what happened in Ondo State. Akindamola, a blessed memory, a strong man. I love that man. God bless his soul. What happened with him against Ogundadegbe, when I think Geggede's account was frozen until 2 days before election, that really affected him. So these are strategies and political issues, and it's not right. You don't understand. Okay, now, everything is talking sanity now. The same EFCC that told the world, Ojekunle has stolen 1.3 trillion, whatever, they gave it for about 2-3 days, and eventually it crossed over to APC, and everything is now issued. The same thing with the IRA. That is the EFCC that we have. We know the people we have, and we know what they can do. The Benjamin told you that everything is fair, every mic is right. The Benjamin people told you on the national broadcast, he will be happy to see the political opposition go in disarray. We said it on the national broadcast. With those kind of the characters, you cannot just see everything you see is white or black. You understand? That's aside now. If the EFCC board has done what it is supposed to do, I don't have any problem if that is what it is going to do, even though it's controversial, no cause for that. But the president come out and tell and direct, I have directed. What the president did is just a miscalculation, political miscalculation. He thought because of the uproar, the backlash that followed that act of the EFCC, they were going to get sympathy from the people. That's not the way the decision works. He is the head of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. He has a minister who that EFCC man works with.
Not directly, because the EFCC is, according to the law, supposed to be independent, but there's a supervisory ministry above him, that is the Minister of Justice, who equally is the Attorney General. Double duty is doing. Why can't you just tell your Minister of Justice to go to the court and stop the EFCC using the court and not just by your own fiat? You're not a military man, for God's sake. Yesterday in America, Trump wanted to go ahead. We are going back to America again before we talk about say night flying, clinical. He wanted to go ahead and do some work in the state house. They're talking. The court told us that you cannot do that except to get the permission of the National Assembly. That is the procedure. Every government, there's a process. You don't control the institution. The institution should work organically. If they are told the Minister of Justice to go to the court,
We have lost your voice. Titilope, please try to wrap up your story. We can hear you. No more. Well, Titilope appears to be at loggerheads with salutation to the president for the executive fiat, and he thinks it's unethical, and that it probably should be left for the Minister of Justice to do the needful. Well, whatever it is, let them unfreeze what has been frozen so that institutions can work on their own. He has a point. Okay, moving on. Okay, maybe he's got him back. Hello? Hello? Something's wrong with the Titilope's line. Okie dokie. There is this bit of news that is also, I would like to hear you. I think it's a nice one. President Bola Tinubu has approved salary increases of between 30 and 80% for members of the armed forces, effective from September 1. Junior personnel will receive the highest increase, I think, from below warrant officer to recruits will take 80%, while from warrant officer to, I think, another level before the generals will take 50%. Then the generals from, I think, the brigadier thereabouts to the full general will take 30%. The president says the move is aimed at improving troop welfare and supporting the fight against insecurity. I think it's a good move, considering the cost of living and how these forces are exposed to danger that can claim their lives. Please keep on trying. I don't know what's wrong with your line. Hello? Hello? Oh. Hello? Don't give up. Well, we still have about 10 minutes or thereabouts. So, kudos, and wish them, we hope they can extend these increases to the civil force, the workers. Already, NLC is agitating for what's that kind of thing? What's the increment they're asking for now? It's about 250 or 350% increase. That 70%, 70,000 is no longer tenable, and they're asking for, I think, 200 or 250,000 per month. We all need increases, though. The street is not laughing at all. Let's try this call again. Let's keep trying. Let me add one more story before I take a short break. I'd love to see if I can play my rewind today. Let's rewind. This is from ASU. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Hello? 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 It's not going. Tisilokwe is being hamstrung by network. Lagos professors at the Academic Staff Union of Universities says professors in Lagos state-owned universities now earn less than some secondary school principals. Wow. ASU is urging the state government to implement the 2025 salary agreement, address welfare concerns, and reinstate dismissed union officials, warning that poor pay and working conditions are damaging morale in the tertiary education sector. Wow. The professors in I read the full story, talked about, broke them down. Associate professors earning this, I think about what is even galling to them or painful to them is about 120,000 is removed as tax, the deductible tax, and all that from that which they are managing. And at the end of the day, the thing, what they take home is less than some school principals in Lagos. That's quite sad. Well, I'm sure Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu is all ears, and he'll work his magic and find solutions. We don't want our lecturers going on strike and all that because of living conditions or payment, salaries and all that. Please look to it. It doesn't sound right. Hello? Hello? What is wrong? What is wrong? Oh, it's this thing. I think it's on my end. Try it now. I must have kicked something cable down here. I'm sorry about that. I saw the red light off, so it's from my end. Please try. I think it will go through now. There's a human angle problem here that caused the break. Okay. Yes, I'm back into it. Hello? Hello, good morning. Hello? What's in the world is now going on? Okay, let's add one more story as we await the entrance of your call. Former Vice President Atiku Abubakar has reported a suspicious payment into one of his private bank accounts, saying he neither authorized nor knew the sender. He expressed concern that his confidential banking details may have been compromised, calling for a thorough investigation and warning that such breaches could threaten the financial privacy and security of all Nigerians. They sent Baba money and he's worried. Oh my. Hello? Hello? Yes, that's AB, right? From okay. Don't tell me you have not finished talking.
America all over. She has the same.
Yeah.
But in Nigeria today, for a very long time, we have been saying Nigeria is bad, Nigeria is this and this. I think we need to change the narrative, just like every American will say, right? Even though in America, their president today was allegedly supposed to be in jail, but for the very first time in America, they did the jury #1. Because the spoon in place after the election today, they not heard that thing. And that man is their president today. But every America will say, God bless America. I think that's what we need to do. There is no government that doesn't have standard. During the days of Abraham Lincoln, there was a standard in there. This guy is in ground. Are you getting me? But if you don't see, there's one thing here, your first 11. You don't tamper with your first 11. Are you getting me? And I thank God that the president knows that principle. You say, okay, Bajamila did it, Bajamila did that. Because of that, we should kick out Bajamila. That is a resource person to me. I don't understand. I tell you, most of people say that are the people starting off with the president. And I think they don't want the best for him. People like us, we want to take Baja. We know Baja is. We don't want to do during the days of Buhari government. How we solve the actual strike issue. And it's still solving it. This bad fund they are having today, it's Bajamila. He's the pioneer. He's the one that brought people this young food. If you don't know, he's the one that initiated this young food. I am telling you, I think I don't understand that we are in Nigeria. We don't have a very good reward system. The people that do good things for us, we kind of want to keep them out. I don't know. Imagine, building one all over Nigeria. We take only Abuja to
a construction site.
And we want to keep them out. I don't understand. If you do something good, you should give them their police. Maybe one small scandal or the other, I shouldn't call it small. Because of that, you see, your first level, you don't keep them out. Many.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, AB. Thank you. Thank you. We got your point. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thanks for calling in. Okie dokie. AB is a fan of the president and his political what's it called, pedigree. And okay, yes, if you can still get in, we have a few more minutes. I'm no longer in a position to play my Let's Rewind. So I'll take one more story and then see if I can get a couple of calls in. Not as long as AB's own now. Okie dokie. Hello? Hello, good morning. Yes.
So, if you leave it, we use the whole day.
It is true.
This professor's emolument that you are talking about, I have a friend. He works in a private university. I don't need to mention it. And he resigned. So when I was asking him, he didn't tell me anything. So one of the days he asked me, where was my daughter working? And I said she works in Lekki and she's earning 300. Then he said that do I believe that his own salary was 200,000. That's why he resigned. And he's a PhD holder for more than 10 years now.
Wow.
200,000. While a fresh graduate is earning.
Wow.
The way the system discriminates against, academics. I don't know how. When he won the election, in quotes, he was coming to the local government with Okada. It was people that advised him and said, no, don't do that. Before he left, he has left now in Lagos State. He has more than 6 different cars that are not less than 50 million.
Wow.
Now, he has relocated his family.
Wow.
Now, he's no longer the chairman. Ojueshi wà ní politics.
Wow. Hmm. To better the country. Hmm. 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 Thank you. I'm sure people like AB will be countering your prayers. And whatever it is the country that matters. The survival of this country, the welfare, the prosperity of its people. Hundreds of millions of us. We must not miss this opportunity. There is a slight. God has been faithful. But kind to this country. Did you hear the report? The federal government has urged residents of Abuja to remain calm after a mild earth tremor was recorded earlier this week. Solid Minerals Minister Dele Alake says experts have classified it as a low-intensity event posing no danger to lives or property, while the Nigerian Geological Survey Agency continues to monitor the situation and provide regular updates. They say it's about one to two levels of whatever. But that was a tremor. That's very, very disturbing. And some are projecting maybe for Lagos, Port Harcourt, and Abuja, and all. And I trust my people. They'll be forbidding it. I'm saying we bind it. God forbid, and all that. But that's a note. That's a note of warning. I hope our agencies of government in charge of geographical expanse should take note and warn people ahead of time. We don't want things that are happening. We are not Japan, California, and all that. So who have built up economies that can withstand the surge of earthquake or tremors and all that. We can't. We we are barely surviving without any disturbance or distortions in our physical space. How much more if you now have to break down this God help us. We don't want additional load. Okay. Uh, um, I think I can take one more call and then we'll see ourselves next week. Let me see if I have any other story I've not opened up. Mm, 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 mm. Hello? Yes, you're back. Okay.
The other time, I didn't hear what I said the other time.
Yes, I didn't.
Yeah, I said that what the president did was just to undermine the institution. The EFCC ordinarily was supposed to be independent, and what the president did was just to tell the whole world that the president can dictate to the EFCC chairman. And the danger is that anytime there is a legitimate case against any economic criminal, people can always go through the back channel and put pressure on the president for political or whatever reasons to tell the EFCC to stop the matter. And that is not how you go in country. And Pastor Andrews was talking about Nigeria has much money. It's a lie, you don't have money. Nigeria don't have money. The reason is that if Nigeria was to be doing what failed countries were doing, you know that Nigeria don't have money. Okay, you talk about earthquake now. Look at what happened in Venezuela. Egypt experienced one about 10 days ago. Look at Turkey 2 years ago. Look at even Morocco. Look at what they went through. Did you see the kind of, the first aid, the ambulance, the emergency services they talk about? Wait, do you have that in Nigeria yet? You don't have that.
Don't, man. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hmm. Hmm. It says our earthquake is in our politics. That's a quaint way of saying things. Things are quite things are quite bad. I remember writing my first article about how they are misusing our funds. That was counterpoint in 1994. 1994, I wrote about for a whole, almost like 7 or 8 times in a space of 2 months was about corruption, how they're misusing our funds and all that. That was 1994. That is so now that's about 32 years after we're still in the same quagmire. Hello, good morning. Okay, Gobi, welcome.
Professors are getting below 200. This is better than come to principal.
Did you turn to what? Oh, okay, okay.
The highest state to work is bad governance. Nigerian politicians. You give me magnitude. How do they put it?
Wow, wow.
Politicians are the highest. Even this one, what do call it, this thing that happened in America, hurricane and all the everything put together. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I subscribe to that. Yeah. From what we have seen, the stories we have heard, both real and unfounded. The politicians are at earthquake, hurricane, and all kinds of climatic disasters. Our politics have been disastrous to our well-being. I mean, you can't take it away from us. We are not supposed to be where we are now. I mean, 66 years. In a couple of days, a couple of weeks, will be 66 years as a nation, and we're still crawling. We're still doing things that infants, nationally, infants will be doing. It's very sad. On that note, we're going to call to an end. It's been an interesting and enthralling episode of the Vintage Talk Show, and I would like to say thank you for joining us. We always admonish, do not despair of doing good. Be a good neighbor. Stay blessed. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you next week by God's grace. Bye. Oh my. Yeah.
Are you scared to dance? Cause it takes your pride. Are you looking for someone to take your paradise? Whatever it takes, freaky just change your mind.
Nice.
Cause I different from those guys who try to scope you around. Are you scared to dance? Cause it takes your pride.